Hello there, I'm Isla and today we're going to be discussing this book, Decorating with Fabric, Liberty Style. And these videos are part of a series I'm making where I share with you the books that I really love and inspire my own work as a homeware designer. So this is a very interesting book. I sort of had to do a double take of the front cover a few times after delving through because actually it's sort of the styles are very different, I suppose, to what I think when I think about Liberty style fabrics, which is those sort of iconic small scale ditsy florals. And this is a book that showcases 25 rooms decorated in Liberty fabric. And actually, what I realised was just the breadth of Liberty fabrics and the different styles and aesthetics were just amazing. I had to do a double take a few times thinking, was that a Laura Ashley design? But it is actually a Liberty fabric, and they do actually, as a business, they still release a huge body of new designs twice a year. I think they do 2 collections a year. So they're constantly innovating and coming up with new styles, which is fascinating as a business. You know, it's not just those iconic ditsy florals. There's big chintzes, and this book was actually published in, I think, 1987. Yes, 1987. So obviously chintz was massive during that time. I'm not going to show you everything because I wouldn't have time. This video would be far too long. Oh, by the way, if you fancy hitting like and subscribe, that would really help. You know that you're enjoying these videos and other people will be able to find my channel. So this is one of my favourite images. The beds, they might actually be Liberty, I'm not sure, but they definitely feel like that sort of arts and crafts. I know that Heel and Son, is it Heels? Yes, they did lots of furniture like this as well, and I love it. The way that the wallpaper also goes over the ceiling is amazing, and the tiny window with the curtains to the left, it's kind of genius. It's kind of just amazing. It's definitely of its era. I'm just going to be very honest and say that I don't think their watercolours add very much at all to this book, but you know, it's different. This is very sort of William Morris style, which is actually what Liberty as a business, Arthur Liberty was constantly, I can't remember his relationship with William Morris. I think that he definitely did sell the fabrics. They might have designed some exclusive fabrics. I'm not too sure, but it's definitely referencing, I suppose, the arts and crafts heritage that Liberty was born as a business during that sort of aesthetic era. Obviously sweet peas. I'm drawn to anything with sweet peas on it, and I love this bedroom, but what actually I really love most about it is the sponged technique, the wall technique, which I'm not sure will show up very well on camera, but there's at least 2, if not 3 colours. There's like a kind of cream ground with a peach and a kind of lavendery colour, and I just think that is so beautiful and it works so well with the print. I love everything about that room. See, I'm just not sure about the watercolours. I'm not sure they're the strongest or that they add anything. I had to show you this because this just shows the breadth of variety of projects that they showcase in this book. So this is a yacht. It's just crazy. I'm not wild about the fabric, so let's move on. But I mean, it's very interesting, this book. Here they're actually showing a picture of Standen, and this is William Morris design, and it actually says here a fine Liberty Guild oak table surrounded by turn of the century oak chairs with drop-in seats covered in the period design Yanthe. I think that's how you pronounce it. Anyway, I love Standen. It's an incredible place to visit. If you haven't been, it's in Sussex, and it was designed by the architect Philip Webb, who was really very good friends with William Morris, and it's decorated in lots of his fabrics and is such a beautiful house to visit. I always am drawn to arts and crafts because it just feels so cozy, and I suppose the sort of most how I like to live, you know, cozy family style living, not sort of living in a period house just for the sake of it. I think it works very well with modern day living. I had to show you the conservatory because another reason, I'm just always drawn to conservatories. I don't really know why. I've never had a conservatory myself. Probably never will, especially with energy bills, but I love the idea of it, and I love lots of the accompanying furniture that you see in these kind of stage conservatories. I had to show you this because obviously the book, you'll see at the end, has lots of instructions on various projects, including these deck chairs. So they've taken old deck chairs and they've actually sewn a much lighter fabric over the top, which I thought was a great idea for updating deck chairs. So I love that, although good luck following the instructions. I don't think that's that easy to follow. But maybe I'm just not that good at following those kind of instructions. I'm not a great maker, actually. I do make things, but I'm not as good at it. I'm much better at designing. Chelsea Arts Club, a place I visited lots. I never knew it was decorated like this. It's interesting. This I loved just because I thought the ruched decorations, they've kind of made like a ruched casing for the curtain pole. It's kind of fabulous. I mean, it's crazy. And even like a ruched kind of little cup thing for the end of the finial. It's just mad. Oh, I'm putting out all of my post-it notes. I had to show you this because obviously I love cats and I love anything where they've put a cat in the styling of the room. This is again another one that I don't love, but it's just to show you the kind of the breadth of the kind of designs that the studio, and they're so skilled. I don't see enough of their designers and behind the scenes. Liberty, please show me more, because I know that they're incredible and they're so talented at what they do. This is, I don't know if I'm going to pronounce this correctly, the Algonquin Hotel in New York, which obviously I love. And I thought this is quite an interesting mix. Again, these are the sort of fabrics that I definitely associate with Liberty, but these definitely feel kind of, these bigger chintzes feel more sort of Laura Ashley. But that was what was big at the time, and I guess that's what, you know, you can't help but be influenced by that as a designer. So these are the instructions. I think they're quite hard to follow, but you might fare better than me. There are some great projects. I particularly like, I don't know if I can find it, the roller blind kit. I think that's one of the last pictures. Bear with me. Oh, I'm not going to be able to find it. Anyway, there's a roller blind kit. I had to Google whether roller blind kits still exist, and they do. So that's fabulous news, because if I move to an attic and I need to reinstate a roller blind, I definitely will be having a go at that as a project. Maybe not some of the others. They're a little bit tricky. Anyway, it's a brilliant book. It's really interesting and I highly recommend. So please join me again for the next inspiring book.